Okay, it's being recorded. Okay, so you're given a string S, let's say lead code, and you're given a list of the words, and you have to return true or false, basically a boolean. If you can break up the word S into parts, and those parts are there in the dictionary. That's all. So if you see apple, pen, apple, and and a word can be used multiple times. So apple is there, pen is there, again apple is there. So you return true. And if you see the last one, cats and dog, cat, yeah, it's not there. Basically, you try everything. There is cats, there is and, but there is no og. But there is dog, there is cats, but there is no an. Okay. So the bias. So let me. Should I write down the inputs here?
Yeah, so would you start a sort of try to break down S into a tree structure to show all combinations of lettering? So either you can start with L or you can start with E, right?
No, no, no. Wait, wait, wait. Sorry. Say again. Say again. What did you do? Can you use a scribble thing and say what?
I don't have a pointer to
Okay.
write.
So what? So what did? Okay. So wait, I'll write it down. What did you
I
say?
can start from the root, right? What are my candidates? I can
No,
start
no,
with.
no. Don't worry. Don't worry about the route till now. You still have to come up with the idea as to what are you trying to do.
Okay, so from an idea perspective, S can be broken down into words, or right,
Hmm.
and check that the word combinations exist in the dictionary.
S can be broken down into words. So basically, you can have this as one word, this as one word, E as one word.
Yes,
Okay, and you try to generate all these words, and then you'll see if all these are there in your dictionary.
right.
Okay. So okay, okay, and how will you get lead? When will you get lead? I mean, so basically, how are you breaking this down?
Breaking it down, thinking, okay, from given every letter, I try to generate every combination. So if we start with
What do you mean by
L,
combination?
so if we start with L,
Uh,
I'll check L E L E E.
okay.
No, no, no. So start with L. I've checked L, right? The next is L E.
Uh, it's not there in your dictionary. Then you try E. It's not in your dictionary. You try T.
So
Right?
yeah, now that works, right? So
Okay.
I get
Then
it. So I'll continue with C.
you mean
Yes,
lead
yes,
C?
yeah.
Okay.
So this way, right? I'm going through the whole
No,
thing.
no, no, wait, wait, wait. Okay, you did lead. You went to C. You got lead C.
Hmm.
Then
Then continue. If I so no hit, right? Continue, right?
okay. So right
Okay,
now your word is lead code.
okay.
It's not there here, right? So
Yeah,
when
it's
did you
not
lead?
there. So I only got so starting from the first letter L,
Hmm.
adding every other letter following it, I only got one hit. Question is just to see how many hits I get, right? How many break once I break down or create these words, once I create these words, do they exist in the dictionary?
So you got lead. Okay, starting from the zeroth character.
Yeah.
Okay, you got lead only in your dictionary. Fine. Then
Okay, then I start with the next letter E. So one iteration is over, right? Now I'm starting with the next array of one.
hmm. Okay. Okay. So okay. So let's say you start again. You got code. Okay. So how you got code right now? You said you start from E. Okay. You start from E. You build. You keep going down. You
Yeah,
start from C. You keep going down. You got code. Fine.
right.
Now what? Code is also there in the dictionary.
So okay, I understood the question to be to check if the given string S can be segmented, and to find if those words exist in the dictionary.
Yes. All together. Yes.
So if I find right, as long as I find hits, this is this is the answer, like two, right?
How? So okay, let's go with this. Wait, you had cats and dog. You had cats. Wait, where's the other thing? You had cats. You had dog. You had sand and cat. What will you return here? You had cat. You have cats. You start from A, you get and. You start from D, you get dog. You return true, is it? Answer is false. Your logic is going to return true. Arya, you've done this question before, or you're just
No, I haven't done this question.
No, no.
Go ahead. You also then.
So cats I got, right?
Hmm.
Dog I got, sand I got. Okay, I see. So
Okay, this is a okay, fine. Go ahead.
yeah,
I mean,
now
basically, we started the question. No one knows what the tags are.
Mm.
Okay. So okay, you're trying to solve cats and dog. Let's forget lead code.
So why are we considering this not correct? What so maybe I didn't understand the question correctly. We can break this cats and dog into all those 4 words, right?
How
Or 5 words.
cats? How? What was the next word?
Oh, so S
Sand.
cannot be shared. Is that? Oh, I see.
So if you have sand, you have cat. What else? You don't have anything. You don't have OG in the dictionary, right? If you had OG, then it will be true. But you don't have OG.
Yeah, you're right, Tobias. You can't share the letters between
Okay.
2 words.
So you can share the S between
No, you
the
can't.
sand.
No,
You
no, no.
can't.
You can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either have cat or cats. You can't have cat and cats and
I see.
So I need a way to figure out that if something is used, I can't use that. Okay.
Well, you can use a word again. You can use cat multiple times. If you have cat and you have cat again, and you have
Mhm.
only one cat, this is still true.
I know what I meant was if in the example of cats and dog, right? If S is part of cat, I can't use S as part of.
Okay, think about recursion.
Yeah.
Okay, think about recursion because you guys are not going there. Think about recursion. How would you break this down into a recursion problem? Is that a good hint?
yeah, I think it's a good hint.
Arya,
Yeah, I am thinking about the
KG?
how I
Kapil? I mean, if you guys don't know, if you have guys already know the answer or done it before,
I don't know.
What?
I don't know the answer,
no,
and I
you
haven't
got
done-
no.
I have done it, so I know the answer. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just thinking how I can convert into recursion. So I'm still stuck. Yeah.
I just want to see how you do using tree, if you can.
Yeah, we'll get on that. But it'll take time because the man is still thinking.
Yeah. I'm waiting.
Someone else, please go ahead. I'm too slow for the.
No. Use
No,
recursion.
it's good actually. Yeah.
What do you mean by recursion?
So what I was thinking for recursion is like, for example, and you know that you start with the C, A, and T and S, am I right? And that is valid in our dictionary. Then well, in that situation,
No. Don't skip to in that situation. Complete your sentence.
then supposed to return me the okay that exists in dictionary. Then you move on with the A and and
This will be false.
yeah, if A and yeah, my final answer would be false because
Yes.
it's not exist in a dictionary. But that's what I'm thinking. Going
Yeah,
to-
eventually the answer will be false only because there's no way you can make any words from this.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now let's go to lead code now.
Yeah, let's try the lead code. So for the lead code, same thing. If we think about the recursion thing, so when I start with the L, then pass to the E, then T, and every time when I'm doing it, I'm checking if that word is exist in a dictionary or not. And as soon as I meet that condition, okay, then I move towards my index to the next one, which is a C, and start from that. And I would go all the way to the end, and every time before I would check that, okay, this word is exist in a dictionary or not, valid word, basically. And if I meet
Okay,
any,
wait. So for cats and dog, what did you do? Tell me again.
the
For
cats and
dog.
dog is the same thing, that I go through with the CAT, like, cat. If
Okay, so cat is there.
yeah, cat is there, then I'm still gonna go, because I don't know the rest of the word is whether it's a it's still valid or I mean,
Okay.
so
This is
I
going to
would
be
go with,
false.
yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, and cat is not there, so then I would
So
add,
no, cat is there, right? Cat is there.
oh, cat is there, okay,
So
sorry,
you do a
okay.
recurse on this one, and this one is false because and or cannot be broken up.
Yeah.
Then what?
uh then final answer is gonna be my false.
Why?
Oh, I could, oh, I see, I can try with
How
the
will you check
cats.
for cats?
Yeah, I can try with the cats, and then still I cannot broken down with the end and uh OG. So still I would get the false. Am I right?
Yes.
Then
Okay.
I could try with the CATSA and see if, but that's also not available. So I will keep going. And
Yeah. So okay. So you wrote down the recursion. Okay. So Tobias, did you get this one?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. So compared to what I was doing, so the same way, if once I created the word cats, for example, right, then it would just mean pushing the pointer forward for the next start, right, and then continuing that down that.
No, but this is done. You're trying to check if this is broken down into a sub question with a smaller string, and if this return true, then your whole answer will return true. But the point Arya also missed is, how are you going to check for or so let's say you wait. Let's say you had wait. Let's say you had apple, pen, apple, and you had pen and apple. Okay, so how are you going to check here? So basically, what are you doing, Arya, here? You check for apple.
yeah, check for the apple, and I would check pen, apple. So first of all, I would check my the pen, each
Okay,
word,
and
yeah, and if
okay,
it
okay.
exists, it's true, but still my array hasn't finished yet, so I'm still gonna go ahead and after the pen, I would still gonna see that another word, for example, if it's a some instead of apple it is orange is there, then that orange word is not exist in dictionary, then it's supposed to return me false. But here in this situation, apple again coming up, so it should return me true.
Okay, so now you guys tell me, give me a question, give me a example where this logic won't work. Basically, yeah, where this example won't work.
Which
Okay.
logic will not work?
I mean, she said that. Okay, let me think about the solution. The other problem. Well, I mean, an example. Wait. So you had, let's say, you had cats and dog, right? You had this one, cats and dog. So Arya, so tell me, so when you figure out this cats and dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're going to get cat also. You're going to get cats also. Right.
Yes.
Wait, sorry, is cat in the dictionary?
Cat is there. Cats also is there.
Yeah, cat is also in
Oh.
dictionary.
Right. So basically, you have no idea, right? Cat is there in the dictionary. This returns true. This returns true. So now you have to check what comes after cat. You will be recursing on this. odd order comes as, you'll have to recurse on this as well.
Yeah.
If either of them returns true, your answer is true,
Yes.
right? That's the question, right?
Yeah.
Right, Tobias?
Mm,
So
Yeah.
how are you going to, so the question, the solution you gave me is, I'll check cat. Okay, if it is there, if this is true, then I return true. But if this is false, shouldn't you be checking if it's possible to construct by taking cats first, by taking cats and dog instead of cat, sand, and dog. Let's imagine there is and dog also. How will you generate these two? Cats and dog, cat, sand, dog. So if you found cats, this is what you're going to recurse on, right, Arya?
Yes.
And if you found cat first, this is what you're going to do, right?
Yeah.
And if either of them return true, your eventual answer will be true, right? You've been able to.
Uh-huh.
How are you going to code this up? Tobias, is this clear?
I think so. Well, so here.
You have to try all possible combinations, right? Not only with the first word that comes into your dictionary. No?
So Ankur, it should not be either, right? It should be.
If either returns true, no, it's either. Either. If either returns true, their answer is true.
That's not right logic, right?
Say again?
That's not right logic.
Meaning?
If both of them return true, then the answer will be true.
No. If either returns true, it's true. The question is can the word be broken down into words? And those words are there in my dictionary. So if your dictionary is
No, but if cats is true and your and dog is returning false, then the answer is false.
no. If this is your
Yeah.
dictionary, no, I'm telling if this is your dictionary,
Yeah.
if this is your dictionary, right?
Yes.
Then what's your it's and you also have cat. They're
Yes.
going to be
Then
false or
cat will return true, and as sand dog will return false.
Yes. But this word can be broken down, right? Into cats.
Yeah.
And
So you
dog.
will check for
That's true.
cats. You will
It's
check for
true.
cats.
Yes.
You will check for cats is true,
And it's true, dog is
dog is true.
So it's
Yeah.
true. So I'll return true
Yeah.
because I was able to break down my string into multiple words. which
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
take it easily.
Okay. By either I meant two words, but by either you mean any, right? If any combination returns true.
Yeah, either means or.
Or yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You guys want to help Tobias and Arya here?
No, I would just so I'm just thinking how I'm gonna writing as a code. So that's what I'm thinking about.
I think for me, I got confused because let's take cat and dog, right? You presented a different dictionary, or was this the same dictionary?
I generated a different dictionary basically.
Okay. So
Basically, you'll have to find out. I mean, basically, your first approach, right? You'll try to break up your string into as many words as possible, and you're trying to check if that break is it will result in an answer, right? So basically, your cats and dog, right? I mean, okay, let's say you have A and D, right? Okay, and let's say this is your dictionary. Okay, and how many ways can you break up A and D? Tobias?
how many ways you can break up A and D? Okay.
A and D, yeah, this one. Into multiple words.
You can
Permutation, right? All the permutations.
Yeah.
Permutation plus all the subsets, right?
No, I'm asking. So
be
These are the words you can break up, right? Into
Yeah, A and D, then A and ND, and yeah.
what else? A and D, and right?
Yeah.
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 Right, Tobias? So how did you break A? So that is what you have to do, right? You are trying to break up A and D into as many words as possible and trying to check, is this word there in my dictionary? Okay, I broke this. Is there in my dictionary? Is this also in my dictionary? If it is written true, then you check this one, then you check this one. You have to try everything, right? What if your dictionary was only A, N, and D?
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So you'll have to break up into, you'll have to try every combination, right?
Sure.
Mhm.
But what if your dictionary was only this one? Okay, I think this is a very small example. Let me take one more bigger. Let's say talk. Now tell me, how will you break this up? Either this.
This is A, L, and K, then T, A, then T, L, and K, and then T, A, L.
I mean, literally, there are like 4 into to the power, like, I don't know how many.
Yeah.
Right? This has 4 choices, this has 3, this has 2, this has 1. So I think 4 into 3, 12, 24, right?
Mhm.
Not 24. Yes, 24. Basically, you can put.
6.
I don't know.
together.
Yeah, 4 factorial, right? Yeah.
No. Basically, you can put a comma also anywhere else. Basically, you have talk. I mean, in how many ways can you put a comma? That is what the question is, I think. Right? So that becomes a different question now.
No, wait, isn't that just combinations? You're asking how many combinations, right? And that's 4.
No. So in how many ways can you break up the word talk?
Yeah. Isn't it 4 factorial?
No,
Oh.
it won't be 4 factorial. It's not permutation.
You just, it's not permutation.
Combination math. 4.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not permutation because you can't have TLAT, right? KLTAT, right?
Mhm.
It
Yeah,
should be
you cannot have that.
The question breaks down to actually in how many ways can you put down commas here? 1, 2, 3.
Or subset. Will it be subsets?
No. How subsets? You still want talk, right? No. So whatever you say, they all combined will be talk.
Yeah.
Right? All you have to figure out, where should I put my comma? It can be either T and ALK, right? Or if you put a comma here, it will be either TA and LK. Or you can put 3 commas here, so it will be T, A, L, and K. Or you can put comma after T, so it will be comma. That's the question actually. So if add, okay, forget it. We'll do it as a fun exercise at the end. But did you get this, Tobias? That we are actually trying to break up this into as many words as possible, ways as possible, and in one of the ways, if one of the ways returns true, if your answer will be true, right? Now did you understand the question? No. Arya, you got it?
No, I understand now, but I'm just trying to figure out how to. I write it down in a recursion. That's it.
Why you? I mean, why? If you do a T, do a recursion of ALK.
Yeah,
If you
ALK.
do TA,
So
do
I
a
keep
recursion
have
on
to
ALK.
append. Yeah, means then I have to every time check that it's available in dictionary or not.
Yeah. So why can't you do this for I in the range length
in
of the
range
string?
Of the string,
Length of the
and
string.
then and then I can add in my buffer.
Yes.
And first of add in a buffer.
No. For R in range. So basically, what are you doing? You're trying to build up your first word, right?
Yes.
Build up your first word.
Why do you need R in a range?
Which one? This one or this one?
Yeah. No, second one. First, I know.
Because because if you have this word, okay, what are your possible first words? Either T,
yeah,
TAL,
and then either TA.
This one, right?
Second one, then yeah.
Okay. What is the possible words for ALK?
ALK, yeah.
Similarly, what is for AL, or let's say LK? Only L and LK?
Yeah.
So basically what are you doing? You're trying to figure out the first words possible, right?
Yes.
So And then, okay, if this is your first word, what is the next word remaining? ALK, right?
Yeah, ALK.
If this is your word, what's the next word? Only ALK,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
Here it's A and
K.
here it's empty. That's all.
empty.
So that is when I'm trying to generate all first possible words. How do you generate that? I use 2 characters and I
So you
go
can
from,
generate like you can have generate with only one loop, right? Just have
Exactly,
I.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
If I is 1, then
yeah, I mean
all the characters
basically
before.
yes. I mean I equal to 0 and J. I mean basically your string would be from 0 till I, J or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But
No,
I'm
not the-
saying no. But
Okay.
if you're trying to recurse on ALK, how are you going to break this up into first word and second word? You need I
See,
and J still.
your I will be from 0 to 2. Okay.
Yes.
And suppose when I is 1, then your first word will be A before I.
So I equal to 1, J equal to 1 will give you one word.
No, don't take J. Just have I.
Okay. Then
So if the array is the string is S, then
Mhm.
S, and in the brackets you write colon I.
sorry, say again.
In the you write S. Yeah.
I plus 1.
No. You write no I first. Just colon and then I.
Yes.
Right? So your first word is A.
No. What is this? Is I, right?
Yeah.
This is 1. This is
Yeah.
0. This is 2. This is 3.
Right.
You're recursing on this one. I is going to start from 1. So I colon 1. What is it going to give you? It's going to give you only T.
Yeah.
Or
And
I
then
plus
the
1.
next Ankur, 1 second. So next word will be S colon I. Sorry, I colon, I and colon. That's all. I colon, yeah.
Yes. So, and how are you going to generate for this one? Okay, now you got T. You got this one first character. Now you're
Yeah.
recursing on ALK?
Yeah.
Okay. How? Okay,
Then you passed S I colon to the next function. I mean the next recursion call.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're passing in a single character.
So in a helper function, you pass it. Am I right, Kapil? That
Yeah,
index.
you passed that. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yes. I
Yeah,
did it.
there are 2 ways. Either you can pass I in the helper function, or you can pass the substring.
But I was doing was I was actually using I and J and trying to generate. So I stays there. So basically, there also I was staying there only. Only J was increasing.
Mm-hmm.
So J went from I till the end, and I got this, and I got this. So basically, it was I
see.
colon J plus 1.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So that is what I did.
Okay, that also makes sense.
So, is it understood what is happening to us?
Yeah.
So what is happening? Tell me. Explain to us.
All right. So basically, given the string S, you are starting from the first letter and creating the combinations and checking in the dictionary.
So your first, you keep checking for lead. If lead is there, then you recurse on code, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if let's say in your dictionary there's only lead, there is C and there is ode, right? How do you do?
Yeah. So after lead was found, no. So since you're passing the next subset, right?
What am I passing?
So after lead is identified, because of recursion, you're checking for every next.
Yes. So basically, C code. I again do a recursion. I try to figure out what the first word is. As soon as I hit C, then I'm going to recurse on ode.
Right.
And if ode is found, and if I have rest to my end, that means I've passed.
Right.
Clear? So this is like you first find out first word plus you do a recurse. What is left over? Right?
Yeah. What's funny is like this is how I think in my head, but when I'm trying to express it, that's where I get messed
That's
up.
recursion for you.
So
Yeah.
basically, what you're actually doing is for every possible first word that is there in the dictionary, is there in the dictionary, return true if the same thing you can do for the rest, if you can do recurse on whatever is left over, and if this one is returning false, it's fine because you're doing a for loop.
Yeah.
Right? Or do you want the code? Is this clear? Do you understand the logic here?
Yes.
Arya, Tobias?
Yes.
Arya, your silence means you're not getting. Or maybe you are coding. Maybe it could be that you're coding.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, you're Arya, right? Yeah. So did you get this?
Oh, because I got disconnected.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, I got it. I got disconnected. Today my internet is keep dropping, so yeah, I got
So
disconnected.
basically, for every possible first word that is there in the dictionary, you return true if the recursive of whatever leftover is true. If it is false, your for loop will take care of generating all possible first words.
Yeah.
Right. So if you have cats and dog, or so this is not there. So what is it going to do? It's first going to look for cat. It is going to recurse on this one.
Yeah.
It's also going to generate on cats. Then it's going to recurse on this one. It's also going to do on cats A and recurse on this one only if cats A is there in the dictionary.
Exist. Yeah.
So basically, remember that question that we did earlier. You had a left and the right pointer. Here also, you're also doing the same thing. I mean, if this is there in the dictionary, only then you do this. Otherwise, you break off your route. I mean, you cut off. You don't even take that path. Yeah, don't think this in terms of a tree. But so basically, yeah, I mean, this is the general idea. Basically, we'll convert this into a tree later.
Okay.
But is this understood that we are,
Yes.
if this is not there in the tree or this is not in the dictionary, we don't even follow that path. We don't even do a recurse. So recurse means we're not even going to call the helper method.
Yep.
Right, Tobias?
Yeah.
Is this clear? Like very solid now? Now, what should be the next step? Do we convert this into a tree or what? Okay. Let's say we have cats and dog, right? Okay. Now tell me what this is your root, right? Is this your root? Okay. Now tell me what are the possible ways? What are the possible your first words?
So it can have a cat. Cat.
Right? Right, Tobias?
CATSA and
right, Tobias? So and so on. Your first word.
So
right? Now this is not valid.
Yeah, it's not gonna. That
this
one
is not valid.
Exist.
This is valid. So this is one of the candidate.
Then we will explore we will explore further here.
Similarly for cats, you do a recursion. You go till the leaf. If you're able to hit the leaf, what is the leaf? If you're able to go till the end of the string.
I got it by the tree better.
No, still we are not done yet. Wait 1 second. So
because now you can go further, just like same approach. Am I right? The cat.
Yes. You got backtracking. You got DFS. But what are you doing DFS on? What are you passing to your DFS? Wait, 1 second. Wait, hold on. Tobias, you're following?
Yeah. So you're passing to the DFS the next set of characters.
Okay, what are you exactly passing in the DFS? So I think Anil, he was saying it's I.
I.
Yeah,
Right?
for example, if for cat, right, the next DFS would be, can you scroll up? Yeah, so 0, 1, 2,
From
it'll be
3.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be from 4. Similarly, this is going to be like we have done. So I, we are going to pass 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is going to be, or I mean 0, 1, 2. This is going to be 1, right? And
Mhm.
initially what we do, we start from DFS 0 or helper 0.
Mm-hmm.
This is our first. Is it understood?
Yes.
I mean, we are only passing I. What happened?
Yeah, understood.
Actually, we are incrementing I every time. Am I right? When
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
increment-
you're
Yeah,
saying
but
we're only
only if-
passing I, but I plus 1. Am I right? That's what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, we are passing an integer basically. Basically, from which
Okay, got it.
index we are. I mean, the next index actually.
Next,
Yeah, I mean, initially we start from DFS 0, right? So if you have found cat, then the next call is going to be DFS of 3.
yes.
It starts from this S. So it's going to do. This is going to do a recursive DFS on this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this clear to everyone? And if it is 4, that means we are doing a DFS on this 4. Okay. Tobias?
Oh, yeah.
CG, you're following? I see CG here. CG, you're following?
Yeah, I understood till now.
Okay. So, is this clear that your DFS has I? I is being sent,
I is the start index.
right? Okay. Now, okay. Wait 1 second. Let me think of an example first. Okay. Now let's say you have. Let me think of an example first. You have S and you have and you have SA also, right? And this is your word. Okay. Fine. Clear? The SAN is your word, and these are your words in the dictionary.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Tobias, tell me what is going to happen. You first call DFS of 0.
Right. And you start, so the first candidate is S.
So you call DFS of 1, right? Because your S is done. So your next call is going to be, like, I'm going from the root, I'm doing a proper DFS. Like I'm taking that for search. I'm not doing BFS here. Okay. After this, what do? I do a DFS of?
But you'll be done, right? You'll get and. Won't you return?
Yes. Okay. Now, what else can I do here? I mean, I can also call DFS of
2. Yes. 2.
Okay. Now here, what did I do after DFS of 1? I did a DFS of 2. I mean, I did a DFS of 2. That is when, I mean, wait.
You wouldn't do 2, right? Because there's nothing to continue. You'll be end of your
yes.
string.
Basically, this returned true. So I went to DFS of 1. So this returned true. Right.
So you'll be so in that branch, you're going to be done with the true as your answer, right?
Yeah. So your answer is true, right? No, but then this is a bad example. Then what I was actually going to show you is, let's say you also had, let's say you didn't have this. Let's say you had Indie. I mean, my thought process is that I wanted to show that there is going to be a DFS of 2, right? Let's say you have okay, 0, 1, 2, because 2 is there, and let's say you have S. Let's say you have S. Okay. Let's take this example. Let's say you have S, you have A, you have SA, and then you have AND, right? And you have ND, right? Or let's say you don't have ND. What do you want? Let's say you have ND also, right? And you have SAND. So I'm trying to come up with an example to show you guys DP. Dynamic programming. This is what you're scared of, Tobias, right?
Not scared, just getting slowly working up with.
Yeah. So basically, when you'll get DP basically, wherein you're actually let's say you check for S, right? You're checking for A and D, and while checking for A and D, you also checked and this ND, right? So let's say you start from S. So this is DFS of 0, right? So S is there. You did DFS of 1, right? Then you do a DFS of 2, which will return 2 eventually, right? Is this understood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what is the other way? Your SA also is there. So that is what? DFS of now this is going to call DFS of 2,
Yes.
but DFS is already done. So you're again calling DFS 2 again.
So we can use the memoization here.
Yeah. So that is what memoization is actually is. You're just seeing you're seeing one of, I mean, you actually do basically you got your first word.
Mhm.
You did a recursion on this one, right?
Mhm.
And let's say this actually returned false, right?
Mhm.
But let's say next you're going to actually your first is going to be this one, right? And when you do a recursion on this one, you might have already seen something in the first iteration also, and you just reuse that, and basically you just use a memo which is storing with which has index which is using its key as I.
Mhm.
So that is nothing but DFS then. I mean, if you see word break also, if you break it down, eventually it becomes, I mean, you can see that how DP is actually getting made.
Okay.
All right, understood.
Understood? So that is what DP is all about. Like, if you see a string problem, it's going to be a permutation problem. Permutation in the sense you'll have to generate all possible strings. And when you're generating all possible strings, eventually just write down the code. You'll see, right, or draw the tree. Then you'll figure out then what is being repeated. If it is being repeated, just save it in your memoization, in your memo table. Or do you want me to give a better example?
I got it.
Right. So here you did SA, right? So your 0, 1 is done. So now you call DFS of 2, right? And DFS 2 was already done here. And let's say DFS here was true, right? Or let's say DFS was false or whatever. You can reuse it again here. And by doing a DFS, you're actually going down to the leaf and you're checking all possible combinations. That is your DFS. That's all. You guys want me to write the code, or you'll try it on your own? Basically, I think Anil, when he said this I colon, even I'm going to try that. I was using I and J. I was here and only J was increasing. But he used S of this I and S of I think I colon. Right. So you can see what is happening here. Basically, if you see LeetCode solution also, this is what is happening actually. They'll draw down the tree for you. Let me see if I can access the solution. So see here, with memoization, they do eventually draw down the tree here. See this? See?
Yeah.
So that's what. So
Got it.
So now you're actually, I mean, now that is why when I started my backtracking, I wanted you guys to visualize what is happening in each tree, right? And when you did this question on brackets, you also did the same thing. You were trying to generate all things, all possible words, and then you're cutting off at some places. Same thing you're doing here also. You're trying to generate all possible first words, and then if that word is not there, you're cutting it off. And I think if you see the code as well, I think this is BFS. Using dynamic programming. No, don't use.
For dynamic programming, they are using memoization. I think looks like it. Yeah.
No, they are using. I think bottom up. Don't ever use. You'll never get time for bottom up. I mean table thing. Never use that. Start from your recursive. Start from recursion.
Recursion with memoization.
Yeah. That will exactly get you the same answer.
Okay.
Right. Exactly the same answer. The only thing is, but if you're able to answer this, and if let's say you have 10 more minutes, then you can go into the next one, wherein your time complexity will still be the same. Maybe you might save some space.
So Ankur, I see one more thing I want to ask you. I saw that many people use LRU cache. Is that okay to use it in a real interview, or better
No,
to?
no, no, don't. It's very rarely. I mean, it's okay if you're. I mean, if the question is, I think you can use it if the question is asking you. If the question is trying to test a different thing from you, right? I mean, it's a very complex problem and there's no time for you to code up LRU, then use LRU. Like if you don't have much time, just tell that I'm going to use a try. Like how Harsh explains, just implement the help, just write down that I'm going to use this helper method. If the interview says, okay, implement that, then go ahead and implement it. Otherwise, no one is going to ask you to implement that. You can use LRU also.
Okay.
But if there is time and if you very early you finish off, then he's going to ask you explain LRU. But that is going to be very easy.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So now what?
All right. I guess I'm also gonna leave soon too. So I would try again now palindrome. I guess I feel a little bit more better with, when I do practice here with the tree, then I feel more confident. When I do alone, I feel kind of lost.
Yeah, because this is, I mean, the way we have, I mean, this is the right approach to solve these questions, but since we are alone, we don't usually do that, right? That is why the point of this sessions are so that people are able to understand what is happening. Because even I am able to use, like with the help of you and Tobias and everyone, even I am able to visualize the tree because I am drawing it. You guys are not, I am drawing it, right? So it's helping everyone actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna try today those. I have to still try palindrome and the two problem we did it. So I'm gonna say good night.
And next week I'll be doing more maybe DP problems, but not backtracking. Backtracking, I assume you guys know the concept.
Yeah.
Do backtracking as much as possible. Make sure that your at least template is done, and it's very easy for you to look at the look at the code and convert it into a tree, or look at a tree and convert it into a code. For that, do lead coding. Don't get premium, but you can do using free version also. You can solve a lot of backtracking questions. It's very important.
Yeah, no, I have actually finally bought it the premium one because I was getting annoyed by not solving certain questions. So I did bought it recently.
Yeah, so do that, and we still had. I think Tobias, you are clear, right, with both the questions today?
I guess he left.
Okay. So who's there? Okay, so Arya, Ash, Anil, CG, VT. So you guys try after you've done these two questions, right? And palindrome partition, try word search on your own.
Okay.
Okay, just on your own. Try to draw the tree. Try whatever you want, but make sure that you're getting it in the first approach itself. And send me that code and the tree, because that will actually help you to understand how to solve this in the first attempt. Because LeetCode gives you the chance to do it multiple times till you get the perfect answer, but in the real onsite, you will not get multiple chances. Even if there's a problem, small error, like you've gone out of bounds or you're not considered base case, you're screwed. The interviewer will straight away reject you. He'll want that is going to be an issue. So draw the tree, write down the code, and send it to me.
Sounds good. Thank you, Uncle. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye, VT. I don't know. Okay, bye.
Ankur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was off for some time, but I'll listen to the recording, what you guys discussed.
Okay, let me.
I've solved this problem though. I've solved this in 2 different ways.
Yeah, I know you have multiple ways to do it.